Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be reviewing Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is the newest MCU TV series on Disney Plus, created by Bisha K. Ali. So, Miss Marvel has come to a finish, and here are my thoughts. It took me a while to finish it. I would say probably a week. Yeah, a week. I had to watch the last two episodes because I didn't see the last episode before the finale, so I saw those two episodes today, and now I can give you guys my thoughts of what I think of this series. Let's start off with the performances. We got Iman Vellani as Miss Marvel, who is a high school girl who comes to this possession, this bracelet that gives her powers. And then comes the story of Kamala Khan. I think she did a splendid job as Miss Marvel. I really did like her as this character. She had a lot of potential and she hit it. I thought she did a great job as Miss Marvel. I liked her charisma. I liked the chemistry between her and her friend character, he's cool. He's a cool character. They have good chemistry together. And all around, I did really like her in this show, and by all means, everything that my thoughts of this show, all the wrong, I have very little to talk about when it comes to her as Miss Marvel. I thought she did a fantastic job, and I'm very much looking forward to see what she would do in the future projects. The parents are fine. I do like the parents. They're pretty cool, especially the father. I really did like the father. He's pretty funny at times, endearing, and you can very much tell loves her. The mother is fine. I think she pushes her a tad bit too much, but she's okay. She did a fine job. She was okay with me. All around, the cast was okay. Thought all around everybody did their job. The villain, who I don't think I could spoil, was terrible. I'm gonna be just flat out honest out here. The villain was just flat out terrible. So forgettable, and by the end of the series it was like, okay, she was the villain and that's it. There's like two villains, I'd say. The villain, the girl, that lady, okay. Damage control, yeah, that's pretty much by the end the main bad. All around, the villains were very weak and very forgettable. Honestly, you could have just removed the villains and the show would be okay. It'd be better actually, because the villains were just generic. I guess for the show that it is in, it's not gonna have a top tier Miss Marvel villain out here. I just felt the villain was very generic. I did not care at all about the backstory of the character of the main villain. The direction is pretty cool at times. I like the style. I liked some of the stylistics of the show. I did like that. I'd say the good about the show is very stylistic. It's very much different the way it's directed. Most Marvel projects, I thought this one was directed pretty well, and I did like the style of it all, especially during like the first three episodes. It does bring back at it again by the finale. The writing is fine. It's not the best by all means, especially for some characters. Again, the villain, terrible villain. Probably one of the worst villains in the TV show, and we've had some doozies on our way. But yeah, the writing was at times bad. And just the story itself is very normal, very simple stories, nothing to be thinking about. Which at times when it does deal with the simple story of a high school girl dealing with her problems, I did enjoy that. I thought it was fun, it was realistic, and I did like that. It was just more when they got to like the mythical, magical world where I was like, okay, it's whatever to me. The CGI ain't that great, I'm gonna be honest. Ain't the best CGI. And some are good. Some are good. By the end, I'd say it's fine, but there's some very noticeable CGI. And it's very Disney Channel-esque, let me tell you, some of the moments. I felt like this is the most Disney Channel-esque show on Marvel territory. I feel like when it comes to the TV shows, most of it has really good budget and it felt very grounded. There are some scenes where I can tell you just look straight out of a Disney Channel series. I was like, okay, wow. You can tell Marvel's been having problems with their VFX artists and not giving them the amount of time that they need, which is a problem and should absolutely be fixed, especially Disney. Come on, you gotta pay your VFX artists. If you're giving out the budget of series, I gotta check the budget for this TV show, and for it to look at times not that great, come on, you gotta do better. The costumes are okay. I did like the heritage. I did like the religion. I was intrigued by it. I'm not, of course, that's not what I believe in, but you know, I look at it and it's interesting, and I dig it. The costumes were pretty fine. By the end, the costume by Miss Marvel was pretty cool, though. I did like her costume by the end of the series. Of course, in the beginning, she is definitely made by her and definitely looks childlike. But by the end, she has a straight up suit, and it looks cool. It looks great. It looks like straight out the comics, and it looks good. Chemistry between everybody is pretty good, I'd say. I did like all the high school students, her friends, her best friend. Their chemistry is pretty good. I like them together. All around, I thought when it comes to their chemistry, it was pretty good. I thought this series just was okay. At the end of it, I was like fine with it. I didn't hate it. I don't think it was shit, but it isn't something I'd probably watch again. I do like her as Miss Marvel though. Like, if there's one thing about this show that I did like is they did her character pretty well. I did like her as Miss Marvel, and I do like the girl that plays her. I think she did a fantastic job. But it's just the show itself is written, whatever. You can tell they didn't put as much effort to this series. Mostly the style and the direction, but all around writing is not up to no good. Am I wanting to see a season 2? Probably not. I don't. By the end, the characters where they end up and things like that, like specifically the character of her crush, which we find out a little bit more of his backstory. By the end, I really don't care what happens to him. I do not care. I genuinely do not care. It reveals some cool stuff by the end where it's like, oh, wow, okay, I didn't expect that to be revealed in this series. That post-credit scene was pretty good by the end. It's interesting. It was like, okay, what's going on here, Ryan? Got my attention, and yeah, we're gonna see her again in the Marvels movie, which I'm not really looking forward to that movie. I'm gonna be frankly honest. I didn't really like Captain Marvel. I thought it was okay. I didn't really dig it as much, so hopefully the second one is better, and we'll see how that goes. But all around, I thought the show was fine. I didn't hate it. I just felt like it just could have been a way better series, and I felt like by the end, it's an interesting origin story. By the end, I like the scene between her and her dad by the end, and yeah, I do at times like it, but it's just some of the bad really holds it down. And for that, I gotta give it a 2 out of 5 stars. This is not a series I'll probably watch again. So yeah, that's my review for Miss Marvel. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next review. See you guys later.